Help it, I just seem to see the world different. It ain't Republicans or labor rules, it's mental illness. The internet is only interested in left opinions. Cancel culture's got more power lately than the First Amendment. If you don't like it, leave. We will not defund police. We don't want no riots in our neighborhoods or in the streets. We respect freedom of speech. We protect what we believe. We don't want nobody dead, so please do not tread on me. In America, the freedom ain't free. In America, got soldiers dying overseas. So America, can say what we believe. My America, I won't ever take a knee. Our freedom is the reason you can disrespect our flag. If my stars and stripes offend you, then I'll help you pack your bags. America.
Good evening, America. How y'all doing? It's your friendly neighborhood bearded weirdo coming at you loud and proud as I always do. And with this magnificence upon my face.
Literally gonna have to get 2 cameras. See, this is why you should have had the headphones on. You would have had that problem. No, because it would have been loud in my ear.
How y'all doing today? And you've already heard him. You already heard him. Man to my left, my best friend, my compadre, who also happens to be my pastor.
Going deaf.
Huh? He is the one, the only, Gary Podosek. How you doing today, brother?
I'm good.
And then you also heard our great and powerful Oz behind the curtain. You know, he pushes all the right buttons.
Sometimes.
We don't have a dog here to pull the curtain away, but maybe we can get. Nope, never mind. She's too lazy. She's up in the living room sleeping. The cat. But anyway, you hear him, you love him. It is Steve Cattell. How are you doing today, brother?
I'm doing very well. Very well. Thank you very much.
And it is, it's almost Memorial Day.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. But before we get any further, I want to take this time because I'm going to say this a couple different times throughout this episode because I find it very important. And y'all need to be here in 2 weeks. We have a good friend of ours coming on here. We're going to talk a really good topic. Mike Beckford Jr. is going to be a guest on here. So be here in 2 weeks. Not to say that today's episode isn't important, but I want y'all to spread the word because we're going to talk about a topic that needs to be talked about. And hopefully, especially if some of you pastors out there want to actually hear something that might help you reach a certain said generation, it might behoove you to be on here. But that all being said, this episode is going to be kind of low key. We're going to be talking about current events and
shooting from the hip.
Yeah, we're just shooting from the hip. Could be interesting. As been said before, I'm not supposed to come on this camera and on this microphone hangry. Well, that mission has failed today. So we're going to see how this goes. All right, we're going to have some fun. That all being said, current events. Well, we got more and more people throwing their hat in the ring for try to be.
Hey, DeSantis will announce on Wednesday.
DeSantis will announce. We finally got the governor. I think it's the governor.
Tim Scott.
Yeah.
Michael Scott?
No, Tim Scott.
Tim Scott.
I love if you
the blackface of white supremacy is actually running for president.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. No, not Tim Scott.
That's good.
Tim Scott is milquetoast white.
Dude,
he's the whitest black guy you'll ever meet.
All right. Listen. I grew up.
He will put you to sleep.
I grew up with a lot of different.
Best friend white.
No.
He is.
Oh, what's his name? He's Carlton White.
He is. Yeah. Yeah. That's a good description. And he's a good guy. He's got good policy. He's a good guy. Nothing wrong with Tim Scott. I like him where he is currently. I don't think he would be.
Well, here's the problem. Listening to him do a speech.
But Larry Elder is the blackface of white supremacy. Yeah, that's who. Really, Larry Elder.
Oh, he's going to run again.
Oh yeah, he said.
We've also got what's her face, Nikki Haley.
She's got no shot.
Threw her name in. Pence threw his name in.
Yeah, the fly guy.
Oh wait, no, got a little Pence. Oh, I think what DeSantis is doing down there in Disney, stopping them from diddling little kids, is a bad thing. Government shouldn't step into that thing. Yeah, okay, Pence, sorry, you're not getting anybody's vote, so just go to hell home. We don't want you on here.
Hey,
So, what are your guys' thoughts on who is actually going to, with all these bids being put in, who actually has a real shot?
nobody. Every poll, all right. So this is one of the cool things we're talking about. Current event.
Yeah, but see, polls don't really matter though.
It doesn't matter in the
Iowa
general.
matters.
It doesn't matter in the general. The polls don't matter in the general, but in the GOP candidacy, yes, they do.
No, the Iowa matters because that's where the caucus is. There's 180,000 people that get to vote at that caucus.
I understand that.
The poll where they don't ask any of those people what they think has no bearing on what's going to happen.
But it's better.
Same in New Hampshire.
It's a better litmus of the people's choice, right? So what polls really do is they kind of give you a definitive idea of what how the candidates are favoring amongst the population, right?
And they're wrong every time.
Well, they're not wrong. They're just within margins of error. But here's where this comes into play. Everybody else who's putting their hat in right now, the more people that are going to jump. Oh yeah, our tubby friend from Jersey's put his
no, we're not talking about him.
Christy did put himself back in the again.
The great whale himself is going to be.
Listen. All right, yeah. Moby Dick.
No,
and
he's bigger.
Wait, hold on. We can make these jokes because my
Megalodon.
man. All right, I real quick, Christy topic as a Jersey resident. Look, when Christy was starting off, he was a good governor. I'm not going to say anything bad about Christy.
Oh yeah, when he went up against the teachers union.
He went up against the teachers union. He made honest work out of the teachers unions. He made honest work out of the money that exorbitant amount of money that was being spent on school programs that weren't existing in school. Okay, he made a promise to his constituents that he would clean up the taxes and clean up some of the money that was being out there and bring some of that money back to other programs.
Mafia style.
And then again, Christie running through his term, he made some dumb decisions toward the end.
You mean closing a beach so that he could cover the whole thing with his fat behind?
There you go. Right. During that time. So anyway, yeah. So he deserves the ridicule. He deserves the mocking. I mean, on topic. Make it where. Well, I will pick on him where it's presently needed, where he needs to be picked on. Policy wise, he is not a guy I think is going to have any policy whatsoever that is presently going to help.
No, you know what I love?
Get elected.
No, I love how
good policy.
I love how you got Tim Scott down in South Carolina, who's talking about, if you make a loan,
want to get back to your questions.
If you take a loan out, then you need to pay your loan. This coming from the guy that was one of the many people that voted to send the Ukraine money so that we could keep printing money and ruin our economy.
So this is where
sit down, shut up. Thank you, sir.
So this is where I say I'm actually glad that a lot of these other senators. I really actually kind of hope.
Well, he's a governor or something.
I really hope Rubio puts his name back in the hat again, and I really hope Ted Cruz does too.
I don't think Ted Cruz is.
I think Ted Cruz learned his lesson from last time, and hopefully Rubio did too. But anyway, either way, the more of these guys that put their names in there, it's actually going to help Trump. This is.
I really don't want him to get the
nod. Stop!
Though.
It's not going to matter. He's going to get the nod.
I don't think he is.
Yes, he will.
New York's going to put him in jail.
No, it won't matter. You can't. You won't be able to do it. So anyway, so here's the bottom line. When it comes down to it, here's the biggest part of why Trump will probably end up the nominee by far.
DeSantis
is not what you think DeSantis is going to be the not? No way. Yep. All right. So anyway, I'm going to shut you down for just a minute. Please don't interrupt. Hey, stop. I know you're hangry. Cool it. So when it comes down to the polls, right? And again, the polls do not determine anything. They just kind of give you a fingerprint of where the people are leading, right? Okay. So the polls currently have Trump up by 20-point margins over DeSantis before he's even announced his candidacy. Now, take that in consideration because he didn't announce his candidacy yet, and he's going to announce it tomorrow. And DeSantis is getting a lot of favoritism on the polls. He's about 20-something up in the polls. But all of the other candidates aren't going to steal away from Trump. They're going to steal away from DeSantis.
I don't think they're going to steal away from DeSantis either.
So here's the problem. All those people that are favoring off of these other candidates or pulling off of these other candidates, it makes Trump with a 40% favoritism or 45% favoritism in the populace get the nod, not having 50% or 60% or anything like that from the GOP because he's going to be 20 plus points ahead of any other candidate.
The problem is
so
that
that's why all these other candidates coming in and throwing your name in the hat is actually going to put Trump
part of the problem.
easily into
Number
the
one, part of the problem is this: is that where his court thing is at. Okay, 12%.
Twinkies ain't going to be able to do anything. It's not even.
What
It's
are you
going to
talking
get
about?
tossed out.
No, it's not.
Yes, it will.
12%. Here's the thing: the jury pool that they're pulling from is the same pool of individuals that only 12% of everybody living in that area voted for Trump or voted Republican. Period.
It doesn't matter. They have no evidence.
Look, I'm telling you, they're going to drag it. They can drag it out.
It won't matter.
And they're not the only one. There's Georgia. There's a bunch of other ones. I'll be shocked. Look, I don't want the man to go to jail because I don't think he's done anything wrong. But I think the crooked system is going to tie him up in court.
So let me ask you a question.
If he gets convicted and then states start saying, well, we're not letting him because according to certain states' laws, if you've committed a crime, you can't be on the ballot.
Right.
So they start removing him from the ballot.
So at what point does that become ballot tampering and you shut down the whole system? I actually want it to happen. Absolutely.
The other thing is,
and make it happen because I want to see the whole system burn to the ground because that's the only way it's going to get fixed.
The other thing is that until Trump, I can tell you this right now that there's a growing
100% evidence of
there's a growing number of people, even quote unquote Trump constituents, people who actually love Trump, that want to hear him apologize and actually admit he was wrong when it came to the vaccine. And I'm telling you, that's going to be one of the big difference makers. The other one is now you got Trump coming out and talking about how, oh, wait, what Ron DeSantis is doing down in Florida when it comes to pro-life issues, he's going too far. We can't be that much pro-life. Excuse me, sir.
Well, it depends. It's his opinion. It doesn't matter.
Well, in that case, not one Christian should vote for him.
But he didn't say he's pro-abortion.
It doesn't matter. If you think that the bill that DeSantis just signed into law in Florida that fights off pro-life, or that I'm not fights off, but I mean it strengthens pro-life.
I don't think that's what he was saying, honestly.
It is what he was saying. He went out on a whole tirade about it.
Yeah, but that's what he does.
So, okay.
But think about this.
He's trying to sell. There's a growing thing going on now, and it's in the Republican Party. But now they're backing off of the pro-life issue because now they're trying to get people to come to them. But it's not the president's
job.
Actually, I would like to see that the federal government, yes, the state government can. See, I do believe that the states should be able to say whether or not you can have an abortion in their state at all or not. But I do believe that the federal government has the right to go, here is the maximum. Federally, you cannot go past this time.
Okay, well, to add on to my question.
Sorry.
That's okay. So if they have no shot, right? What advantage do they have putting in?
Why are they even bothering?
Why would they even bother?
Book titles and recognition.
Yep. So basically, well, not book titles, but generally speaking, so it does a couple things. One, it keeps them relevant. So like for somebody like Tim Scott as a senator, it's going to keep him relevant. So when he comes up for re-election, he becomes a more popular candidate than anybody who would try and run against him because he was running for president. He gets a lot of TV time. He gets to talk about a lot of things that are going on. How dare you?
Yeah, I know, right?
How dare you?
I can't believe it.
Now we're going to have to cancel the whole show. They're going to sue us. BBC is going to come and sue us.
Don't worry. I'll just wear a dress and it'll be all right.
Okay. So but these other candidates will throw their name in a hat to bring themselves back into relevancy, right? So let's say like Chris Christie, for example. He's not a governor right now.
But he's not relevant at all.
He's not relevant right now in the state of New Jersey at all. But he may be wanting to maybe get a House seat or a senator seat. So he might want to vie for a senator seat. I don't know. But anyway, I'm just saying. Look, I don't like the guys that are currently. All right, hold on. Be for real. Cory Booker or Chris Christie. Right now, you have to choose. If you say Cory Booker, you lose your hat for life.
No, we just don't need one in that area.
No. I'm telling you, that's an A-B point. You have to pick one of the two.
They're the same guy.
It's candidacy. No, they're not.
Okay, explain the difference.
Cory Booker is Satan incarnate.
He
literally took a bus down to the border and brought illegals all the way up to New Jersey.
Why?
Because he's an idiot.
Because we're a sanctuary state, and the city that he's
an idiot
that he's in.
He wants this state to be California.
Yeah.
Because California is a bastion of awesome, let me tell you.
So we
by the way,
definitely don't want him.
Hold on. You want to know who's responsible for all your lovely paper straws right now? Cory Booker.
And Governor Murphy and Trader Murphy.
But Booker's the one who was basically frontlining it for him. So look, honestly,
he's also the one that's been frontlining the fact that we're going to build these giant useless wind fans out in the ocean.
He is horrible. Okay, Cory Booker is literally a termite. Okay?
Let's put it this way:
he's terrible.
Cory Booker and Vandrew need to go.
I don't care much
and
about Vandrew. Vandrew's a representative.
Well, he's a
anyway.
rhino.
He's a representative anyway. I don't really care about Vandrew, but I do care about our senators. Generally speaking, I would love both of our senators to go. I mean, I think what Menendez he's got some kind of weird charges up on him right now, so who knows? Menendez might not be up for re-election anyway.
I would love to
I don't know what's going on with that anyway, but Bob Menendez, he's never done anything impressively bad, but he's also never done anything impressively good either.
The only thing he's done is collect a paycheck.
He's literally just a blue D in a seat that always votes with whatever the Democrats say. He's pretty much non-essential. So I'd like to see people like, I don't care if Christie runs for it. But I would like a better candidate.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But if it was left to me to choose a Chris Christie over Cory Booker, that's a slam dunk. That's a big slam dunk. It's a big ball slam dunk.
You ain't slam dunk. You might catapult it. We would need to get our brother to build a trebuchet to launch him.
I'm just saying. The point is this. They do it, generally speaking, because they want to make themselves relevant. They want to make themselves have spotlight time. And
they also may be looking to try to be that, and they also may be looking to be a vice president. Because they figure if I stick it out long enough, Trump might like me. He may take me as a VP or
I will tell you straight up, there is no doubt in my mind Trump will not take any single one of them as a VP. I will tell you that straight up.
Who do you think he would?
I will guarantee you, I will say this, Trump's VP pick, I have a hunch. I know who it's going to be. It's going to be quite unpopular, but I like it. It's probably going to be a female vice president.
I'm fine with that.
It will most likely be one of two people, and I wouldn't be shocked if it's either of them.
Who?
Tulsi Gabbard or Carrie Lake.
I could see Carrie Lake, but Tulsi Gabbard is a D next to her name.
No, she is not.
She runs.
She swore off the Democrat Party.
Oh, that's right, she did.
She completely walked away from the party.
She's a little kooky in the head, but
she's good. She's not a politics. She's got good. She's smart.
Her politics aren't bad.
You could tell how good she was when she was running with the Democrat Party, and she was the only one out of the entire Democrat Party that I literally looked at and said, "Oh, you're sane. You're not cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs like the rest of them."
Isn't. Wasn't she the one that was like?
No, she was she was on the ball.
But wasn't she the one that was when that hurricane happened? She was like, "We'll pray it away" or something like that.
No, I don't think so.
One of them.
No, you're thinking of somebody else.
But it wasn't so much that they said pray it away. It was like we're going to ask Mother Earth to take it away.
No, Tulsi Gabbard is not. No, that wasn't her. Tulsi Gabbard is. She's a legit. I've
watched her online. Like I've seen some of her videos.
She's a smart girl. But honestly,
I actually follow her on Twitter.
Actually, and I would say if it's not one of those two, it might be the only guy who I think I don't know if he put his name in there or not, but I do like him. I think he did. But he would be is Ramaswamy.
No, Vivek is in
it. And if Trump took Vivek, I would be all right with
I wouldn't be.
I think Vivek is a good candidate.
Vivek has shown himself to be he doesn't know what the heck he's talking about, and I actually don't like what he has to say. The man sat there and tried to say that DeSantis was fake. He doesn't know how to run his own state and said all this crap. And I'm like, wait a second. What do you mean? Florida has one of the best economies in the state.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing.
In the country.
You are missing it. And I'm actually shocked by this. You being as ingratiated, you're more ingratiated in politics than I am. I at least know what's going on.
I do know what's going on.
It's a game show. They're literally vying for position. They have to tear him down. If they don't, he walks in the door and just owns them all.
Look, tear him down with truth.
Look, I'm going to
tear him down with truth.
Hold on. I'm going to tell you this. Then when Ron DeSantis officially announces his stuff and he starts trashing on all the other candidates with a bunch of garbage that you know is garbage too, I want to hear you start trashing him back. You're going to have to trash him back. You're going to have to trash him back.
If he doesn't, but right now he doesn't. He doesn't have to. No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't. Because he can actually say.
I'm telling you, if he stands on just what he does in Florida, everybody's going to go, okay, that's great. That's state, but that's not the country. And you're going to lose. Because everybody can sit there and go, yes, that's how you do things.
No, what he's going to actually do is what I want him to do. He's going to confront. He's going to confront Trump on the COVID crap,
We'll see what happens.
And Trump deserves every bit of it.
Look,
he's also
I'm down
DeSantis is also going to go after Trump for the fact that he said he was going to clean out the swamp and he never did. He exposed the swamp. He did not get rid of it.
He did clean up a good portion of it, and he did get rid of some of them, but he didn't get rid of all of them. And honestly, look, I will give you that.
I'll put it to you this way:
the candidate, whoever is running right now, all of them have to agree, and I don't care who they are. They all have to come to the same agreement. You have to get rid of the corruption in the Fed. In the CIA,
well, that's the thing.
You have to get rid of
one.
If you do not fire these people who are obviously
not fire.
Well,
obliterate it.
I don't know if you
be done with it. You can get rid of the FBI. The FBI is not needed.
I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is
CIA is not needed.
Getting rid of the bad actors is the key, though.
No, get rid of the whole thing.
Get rid of the bad actors. I will tell you that much.
The whole thing is bad actors.
Not all of them. There are people that are in there that are good guys. I'm sorry. That's like saying shut down the whole police force because there's a couple bad cops.
No, I'm going to put it to you this way. No, there's more than a couple bad FBI.
I'm not saying
the majority of the FBI. And if you're working for the FBI and you're staying quiet just to gain a paycheck, then you're just as bad as they are.
You're speaking in like broad ranges and generalities. I'm being more specific. I'm saying I understand that there are a very select few.
The entire FBI needs to be gone, and it's not a select few are the bad ones. It's a majority of them are the bad ones.
Look, I'm not disagreeing with certain facts that you do have, and I agree with a lot of those points, but I am just simply stating the fact of the bad actors are the ones you need to go after. If it doesn't fix itself, then you shut it down.
No, it had. Yeah, they've been saying they were going to fix it. Trump said he was going to fix it back then. He never did anything. He didn't fire one FBI guy. The
first person he fired was Comey.
After the thing,
he fired the head of the FBI. He literally fired the head of the FBI
and put somebody right in his place that went directly after him for everything else. I mean, come on.
He literally fired the guy.
But it wasn't any better because firing the head. It wasn't day one.
It was okay. It was like one of his first acts as president. He fired Comey.
It didn't help because you didn't get rid of the swamp.
Because Comey basically then turned it into a whole charade about Russiagate with all the bad actors. I'm not disagreeing that all the Hillary Clinton junk and all the stuff that happened that basically ruined every chance of him possibly getting reelected in 2020. I'm not saying that any of that didn't have an effect. I'm agreeing with you. That's why I said, yes, there are people that did things that were obviously corrupt and bad and wrong. I'm not saying
if
that
the good people are sitting there.
But you can't say he didn't do anything. That's a false statement. He absolutely did.
He did not get rid of
He did not get rid of everybody.
He teamed up with freaking Mitch McConnell.
Look, I'm just saying, you've turned into a Trump hater, and I'm finding this quite amusing.
No. If he will actually do what he said, no shaking hands with McCarthy because we all know he's a rhino. No shaking hands with Mitch McConnell because we all know he's a Democrat. He's not even a rhino. He's a Democrat that hates Americans. The majority of the Republican, not all, the majority of the Republican politicians in this country hate their own base.
Yes, but they're elected officials, Nolan. You can't get rid of them. You can't go, you're fired. No.
Stop supporting them. He keeps helping. He helped Mitch McConnell get reelected.
Look, I'm not going to explain every single detail to what he did and why he did what he did. Look,
and then he wanted McCarthy to get the freaking House speakership. He actually should have been speaking against McCarthy getting it. Because, granted.
Yeah, but who was going to take his spot?
We got any number.
Nobody else wanted it. Nobody. Every single person they put up, Jim Jordan basically said, I don't want that spot. He literally said, I don't want it. Now, I like Jim Jordan. I'm not arguing, but he didn't want it. So what are you going to do? Going to pick a guy to go in there that doesn't want the job? I mean, that doesn't seem smart. Like, come on.
The only reason why McCarthy
you're arguing just for
the McCarthy thing, the only reason why that came out being halfway decent, and it had nothing to do with McCarthy. It had to do with
coffee's not strong enough to put up with your shit.
It was the
it's all right, I'll move it along.
It was the House Freedom Caucus.
Mute button. You gotta put the mute button on.
The House Freedom Caucus was the only reason why McCarthy being put in that position.
And I'm not. But you know what? That is actually the system working the way it's supposed to, and it did work.
One of the biggest things that needs to happen is that
they bargained and negotiated to get the assignments
and
the things that they wanted. And McCarthy, hate McCarthy, don't hate McCarthy, whatever side of McCarthy you're on, but you know what? Man of his word. Every single one of those
They
things.
had to because they could filibuster his own crap.
He could have said yes up front, walked away, and said, "All right, I'm going to still go do the things that I want to do. We'll get to it eventually."
Just
push it off.
If he'd have done that and showed himself to be a liar,
would have made him look bad, and
he would have been primaried and been out.
Probably right. So there you go. But they held him to the fire. They took advantage of the fact that they could hold him, and they got stuff out of it.
And to say the one thing, I'm not a Trump hater. If Trump would actually if the man would actually show humility,
he's a Trump hater.
I'm not a hater. If he would show humility and admit where he was wrong and build it, I do like DeSantis.
I can fix this. We need to DoorDash him a Snickers.
I like Snickers. Milky Way.
And this episode was brought to you by DoorDash. No, it's not actually. We're not sponsored.
No.
But no. You know what? Here's the thing. I don't dislike DeSantis. I don't think that DeSantis is a bad candidate. I like what DeSantis is doing in Florida. I do like the fact that he's sticking it to Disney. I like the fact that he's writing bills that are logical for the presentation of things that shouldn't have to be made into a bill, because common sense would say, don't teach your kids these stupid things. Why are we doing this? Shut that down. He's taking the role of governor in his state and he's taking charge of it. I do like that. The problem I have is that when you take over the role of the president, that is not your job anymore.
Right.
You can't go and just executive order all the stuff you want to do.
But he hasn't been executive ordering
He doesn't have to. He's the governor. That's what his job is.
Well,
his job is to litigate the state. His job is to be the one who makes the laws for the state.
No, he doesn't make the laws.
He presents them.
Well, he can present them. He doesn't have to.
But it's a big difference when you're the president. You're not doing that anymore.
Even the president can go, hey,
do executive order.
No, he can. The president, the same way a governor can go to the Senate and the House and go, I'd like a bill on this. Make it work.
But they can turn around and say, no.
They can. Yes.
We have other things that are priority. He doesn't have to answer to anybody right now. That's my point. So when he comes into the role, if he doesn't know how to play baseball, he can literally just sit there and become an ineffective president for 4 years and do nothing. And that's with a House that's with the House of Representatives that's currently Republican. So I kind of sit there and I go, yeah, DeSantis, if he doesn't know what to do here and don't know how to play ball right,
but he knows how. He was in the Senate.
I'm not saying he wouldn't be able to do it. I'm just saying to compare what he's doing as governor and say that's going to make him an effective president is a falsehood. He has to know how to play with the other people. I
understand that, but at least I want somebody who actually has morals and isn't going to be swayed by.
That's fine. You can say that. You can call Trump out on his moral dilemmas. That's fine. I'm not going to argue with you about
I was fine. Like, he was just as bad with spending as the other ones are.
I will tell you this. I voted for Trump back then. I'd vote for him again, and it isn't for his morals. I didn't vote for him for his morals.
No, but I'd also but I want him to actually look, dude, you were wrong when it came to COVID. You were wrong when you came with I do.
That's your problem. That's your hookup. That's your problem.
Everybody involved with that whole situation should be
the entire country.
After
the entire country had no idea what we were up against until after a month had passed. And after a month had passed, we had pretty much kind of gotten a bit more educated about it, knew what we were dealing with, and basically most of the country at that point started going, yeah, this isn't as bad as we need to. But
the vaccine thing?
But again, that is where I stand on this is, should the country have proactively tried to create a vaccine? Yes, they should have. Did it work? No, it didn't.
Should they have done it the right way and not sped it up 1,000 degrees?
I'm not arguing that point.
And when you were wrong, admit it?
But hindsight's 2020.
But see, that's your hookup.
Your
literal hookup.
No.
All right, we're going to end this point because you're not going to get off the train of your anger towards him about admitting wrong. It is anger, or it's angriness, whatever it is. I'm just telling you. Your point is strictly not moving off of the point, so I get it.
So I'll go to the next one then. So then, what are the chances of Biden winning that?
All right, so when it comes
his side,
Biden will probably get reelected because there isn't
weekend at Bernie's. You mean
there isn't going to be there's not going to be a candidate that comes out of the Democrat
There's only
Party.
one candidate right now running against him.
Yeah, and that person is not going to
Robert Kennedy.
Right.
Now, granted, Robert Kennedy at this point, because of how far left the left has gone, he almost sounds Republican.
Yeah, but Robert Kennedy.
Big thing that he's running on is one of the big things he's running on is vaccine vaccine choice. Like nowhere in any state, in any government should you be forcing any vaccine ever for any reason. School, nothing. It's
he is very much playing the card of he recognizes how bad.
But that's something he's been talking against for 30 years.
Yeah, but he's recognizing how bad the policy of the states is against the citizenry and how many people in the citizenry. So he's using it as a jogging.
But he's
march.
also now granted he is a pro-choice.
He's everything else blue.
Well, no, he is pro-gun though. He is pro-Second Amendment.
I wonder why.
I'd be too after. What
happened
to your uncle?
Something comes to my head here and
his uncle.
Think. I don't know why.
He's the nephew.
Why would he be pro-gun?
He's the nephew of JFK.
I would think he wouldn't be pro-gun, you know? Yeah. So anyway, but
his dad and his uncle both got assassinated, and a cousin almost got assassinated.
But here's the thing: you pretty much know who's also going to come out. Probably going to come out again.
You'll see a Bernie.
You're going to see Bernie again. You won't see Hillary. That's probably a surefire bet.
I don't know. She keeps hinting at things.
She's not going to. She's not dumb. Now the question is does the Michelle Obama, does he run?
Yes, we said that correctly. Michael Obama. Say what you want.
But anyway, does he?
We can show the video. We can show the video when he was dancing.
I'm just gonna move on. Does Michelle Obama run? I don't know. That's been talked about.
But
Gavin is being propped up as a shoe-in run.
We definitely don't want him.
If Gavin runs, it'll be a laughing stock. I mean, all you got to do is just do the French Laundry thing over and over and over again on repeat.
Oh wait,
and everybody in their
and the piles of crap all over LA.
All I have to do is literally take. I'm going to go through. I'm going to do my entire. If I was a Republican and Gavin Newsom was literally, let's just say, I am the Republican nominee for president, and Gavin Newsom is the Democrat nominee for the president, and I get to do my ads. I'm going to do all my ads in California. I'm literally going to do live video in California of me doing my political read of why Gavin Newsom is a horrible candidate for president with homeless people injecting heroin into their things, guys shaking me down for cash, crapping on my shoes literally on camera. I'm like naked people running by, somebody robbing that store. I mean, like, Gavin Newsom is your president. This is what he wants to do to your country.
It's not robbing in California.
It's just taking things that they already
they're allowed to take up to $900 each time they do.
$999.
Yeah, well, actually, I think it was $990, not $990.
Whatever. Oh,
but yeah,
big whoopie doo.
They're allowed to take.
Did you qualify that with tax added at the end? I wonder.
Taxes?
Do you have to pay taxes on what you steal? Rightfully that belongs
California,
to you. I'm sorry.
Wait, let's not forget that California just passed a thing saying, or they're considering. I don't know if they fully passed it or not, but somebody came out and said that we should do
every black person in California deserves $2 million in reparations.
$400 billion.
It comes out to
more.
It's 400 trillion. It's more than this country makes in 10 years or something. It's ridiculous.
It's more GDP than the world.
We would literally become like, what was that country where they had like a $20 billion bill? Like the economy would be
like that.
It would be worse than Greece.
It was.
I forget what the country was. It doesn't matter. It would be so bad. It's just funny. I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? God, do it.
Yeah, he tried to say that. He tried to say that 40 acres and a mule now on today's money is worth $2 million.
He did not. Gavin Newsom.
No, the guy said it on the thing.
The guy who was asking for it was the one who said it. By the way, that did get shot down. Gavin Newsom shot it down.
Now, see, here's my thing on.
So he's a racist
on all these all these trash talks.
Oh man. Don't get me started. Did you hear the new white supremacist is Indian now? So white supremacists are diverse. We got a black white supremacist, Mexican white supremacist, now an
Asian white supremacist,
now an Indian white supremacist. No, did you hear about this?
There's no white supremacist anymore. They don't exist.
An Indian guy. They read his name. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, even if I had it in front of me. It is so.
It's very Indian.
Right.
Very Indian.
An Indian from India. Indian.
But he
it wasn't.
He came from
good call.
He came from Missouri, drove all the way to Washington D.C. with a U-Haul truck and crashed a U-Haul truck nothing in it, crashed a U-Haul truck into the barrier
He
of the
literally
White House.
just drove it into. He never really. Like, if you watch the video, it's almost like he made a wrong turn and he couldn't drive the truck, so he banged into the fence like twice.
But here's the thing. But
he didn't knock it down.
Make a right turn. Make a right turn. Make a right turn.
I don't know what to do. I am trying to turn the truck around, but it keep telling me to make a right turn. There's a gate in the way, and I do not know where I am.
I can't call my uncle for a text.
And the only thing in the back of the truck was a Nazi flag that they laid out in the street like they were posing it for pictures.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a white supremacist. Look, white supremacists are now the most diverse people ever.
So anyway, back to the smear campaign that I was trying to talk about.
Yeah.
So my thing is, because again, I'm a non-voter.
Yeah.
If I found somebody who didn't do a smear campaign, I would actually vote for them.
Here's what you also got to realize is that all those videos that are put out, they don't actually do them.
Yeah, I'm aware.
All their PACs and all their constituent people around them will do it. Now, you can tell which one. Now, they will put a voice. I support this message.
Yes, right.
Okay, there'll be other ones where somebody will put a video out for them, and they won't even put a voiceover on it.
This was done by the candidates for whatever.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
So he doesn't actually. No candidate actually makes their videos.
But I wouldn't approve any of them. Like, if it was me, I wouldn't approve any of them that had to do with smearing somebody else, because to me, personally, I would be like, talking down about somebody else is not improving yourself.
But you got to. So here's the thing.
You do need to shine light on the evil.
This is the thing. So here's the two different sides of the coin, right? You got two areas where this happens. You have your debate stages, and you have your political campaigns, right?
Comedic gold can happen sometimes.
In the debate stages, you have the candidates up front being ridden questions or whatever to basically get political points, score views, and basically have opportunity to counter a point that another candidate makes. Usually in those stages is where you really get to know the candidate's policies. Kind of. Where they may or may not fall on certain things. And then there is opportunity. And this is where Trump was really, really lucky. And I kind of think this may not play in his favor based off of kind of the things you already led into, is that he had no political affiliation going into these debate stages. So they had nothing to say, oh, hey, by the way, he's got a record of voting X or doing Y or whatever.
Right, yeah.
Everybody else who's on there has been in either certain House of Representatives, Senate, gubernatorial, whatever.
And said,
they made certain decisions and they have done things. This is where I say maybe DeSantis may or may not win some points, is where they're going to bring up certain things and other candidates will be able to say, well, I looked at your record of voting and you voted this, and you voted this, and you voted this, and the facts come out, and it's kind of like you can't BS the people at that point because they get to kind of.
And then I agree.
That is the stuff, and that's the stuff where this time where Trump is going to have actual body of evidence of work from his time when he was there.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's things that he's done that he can stand on, but then there's going to be things that he did do or didn't do that they could say, well, you didn't do or you didn't do or you did, and that could come against him. So in the debate stage, that's where all that gets settled. The political ads are a way, you got to remember, it's commercial advertising. You have a 30-second to a minute window to basically try to gain some votes. And so what you end up doing in that is you have choices to make. So you're, like you said, your PAC or whatever, they'll create these ads and basically you run them because it's a ad that shows how good you are or how promising you are on these subjects or topics.
How bad somebody
else is. Now, the only reason why you would attack somebody in an ad or run an attack ad, generally speaking, is if you think they're a threat to your campaign.
See, and I hate that.
It is, but at the same time,
I get the game.
I know that's what I'm saying. That's the part of the game that they have to play because here's the thing. When it comes down to who do I pick, when I have to push the button, somebody might just push the button because you said that one thing in that ad campaign and that guy came back and said X, Y, and Z.
Like if they'd have been able to actually say that the Hunter Biden laptop leak.
Right.
People say
if that story was out and truthfully out, it would have changed 6 states, which would have made President Trump. instead of President Pants.
Well, I mean, no, it would have meant that they would have needed to fake many more ballots in order to make it so that Biden ended up in office.
Well, the thing is that even if, like, again, say what you want about the votes, I'm just saying the point is that if there are people that legitimately voted in person, would have voted this instead of, I mean, you could have done all you wanted, but it could have indeed flipped the election. They've already shown that it would have. So it's not. It's again, but that is stuff that.
And I'm going to warn everybody now: don't trust anything a news network says.
No, absolutely no.
Especially since Fox is now CNN 2.
Light. CNN Light.
No, CNN 2.
CNN Light.
It's not the same.
No. Did you hear what got released?
They still have better viewership than CNN. So let's go.
No, actually, right now MSNBC's beating them. Right now, MSNBC's been beating them. Or CNBC.
They all are in the low 30s.
They're all terrible.
They're all terrible.
All of them are terrible.
All I have to say is, especially now, what's coming out from their employee handbook, it's damning.
But that's not shocking to me. I really wasn't.
I'm not shocked. I wasn't shocked.
I'm not shocked at all. Of course, they're going to tell you what to say and what not to say.
Well, no, more.
That's not a shock at all. Look. This is the one thing.
They were pro-trans and anti-Tucker.
Look, this is the thing that's really cool about the landscape, right? And especially with the current age of people who are becoming more informed, politically motivated, whatever, blah, 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 right? This landscape of young generation that knows the internet, knows how it works, can find information on their fingertips, on their cell phones, Twitter, Facebook,
seriously,
all these different social media platforms, whatever like that. And you have this access to this information. You don't need to turn on a cable network.
I understand that you don't need to, but
there are people that don't literally have cable TVs at home. Like they have internet. They don't have a cable box.
Well, I don't have a
what do you want a cable box?
My dad has
I got rid of my cable box. I don't have a cable box. You don't have a cable box?
No.
Right?
I don't, personally.
And why? Because there's nothing but trash on TV. We don't care about the stuff that's over politicized. We don't care about the woke junk. We don't care about the woke TV shows. We don't care. And all of it's gone woke. It's all stupid. It's all junk and garbage. And some of the internet stuff, like Netflix, like Disney Plus, like all these other stuff. I mean, yeah, they're all going that way because they think that their audience wants it. But the more people shut it down, this is why I say, look, the whole idea of go woke, go broke. Look, I will say this: Bud Light is the best example of what it looks like, and everything else should follow suit.
And Target should be next.
They are.
Yes,
they had an emergency meeting today to discuss their problem and how to fix it immediately because they were immediately feeling the ramifications for the LGBTQ child.
What about the other one?
What other one?
Target. They went to a Satanist clothing company to create more pride stuff.
Balenciaga or whatever.
No, not that one. Not that one. No, this one was. I heard this one today. Target reached out to this. I can't. It's got a weird name. Again, it's over in Europe, but it's a European Satanist.
Well, look, you're going to protest UFC for having gay pride clothing.
I don't watch UFC.
I don't either. But I'm just saying.
I don't shop at Target either. But here's the thing. I never have.
I don't have anything. I do not have anything against
I never liked their stuff. Their T-shirts are too thin.
I don't have anything against people wanting to wear a rainbow shirt or rainbow colored clothes. I don't care about that. That's your personal choice. That's what you want to do. Right. Fine. Is a company going to make clothing for you? Yeah. Why? Because they think it's profitable. That's fine.
What I have a problem with is making little kid bathing suits.
There's a difference, right? To tuck your junk, to tuck your junk, right? So that's the problem. That's what Target's getting into trouble for, right? All right, what did Bud Light get in trouble for? Right? It got in trouble because
I wish I knew his name.
Dylan Mulvaney.
No, the real name. I don't
care about his real name. Who cares? I don't care about Leah Thomas's real name. I don't care about any of their names.
Will Thomas.
I don't care about him. That name him all you want. I don't care. It doesn't matter. To me, all I'm saying is that look. And I think Dylan Mulvaney, his name is Dylan Mulvaney. But anyway,
I don't know.
But that point is that when the company decided we are going to chase this and go, this is what you really want, and America goes, no, we don't. That's a very good power move that the American citizenry, and this is why I said it. Look, we titled this America Goes Down the Hole. It is going down the hole, but it can be recovered out of the hole. I don't want, actually, to be honest with you, I want America to go down the hole because I want us to rebuild it out of the ashes.
Well, I mean, it goes back. It goes back.
Rebuild it out of the ashes because there's nothing good. Like
No.
I don't want Hulu to get bought out by some retro billionaire guy like Elon Musk who says, "Oh, I'm going to make Hulu better," and then he's going to hire some CEO who's going to just drive it down into the dumpster again. I don't care. Like I don't care about Twitter. Yeah, Twitter's trash. It's been trash since its inception. It's always been trash. Get rid of the program. Here. Stop going on it. It's garbage.
Only here for advertising the podcast.
If you really sit there and you look at it and you go, okay, Disney, right? Everybody's like, oh, well, you're going to trash Disney.
Yes.
I've been trashing Disney for a very long time. Disney put out maybe 6 good movies in my lifetime.
And one TV show.
All right. And hold on.
Say more than 6 good movies.
And here's the thing. The only reason you can say one TV show is because they bought it.
What TV show was that?
The Mandalorian.
Right. His favorite. But here's the thing.
I like Mandalorian as well.
Look, but Disney, right, is a really, really, really over wealthy company that has so much money you can't hurt them, right? Or so you think.
DeSantis is doing a very good job of it.
Hold on. So you think. I don't care what DeSantis does to Disney. That's not going to stop him. That's not DeSantis. You want to know why? You want to know why? Guess what? If Disney turned around today and said, you know what? We're just going to move it. We're going to get out of Florida. We're going to go somewhere else. Do you not think that there's another state in this entire country that would take Disney, give them all the tax benefits and all the stuff because of the amount of money they would make in tourism alone?
In a second.
There have already been governors who have literally announced on TV publicly that they would take Disney.
They would take too much money for them.
No, it wouldn't. They have them. They have an unextinguishable amount of money. You're telling me they're going to run out? No, they won't. They would never run out. However, how do you hurt them? You don't hurt them through policy. You don't hurt them. The people need to wake up and go, you know what? I'm canceling my Disney Plus subscription. I'm also never going to buy another single Disney toy. I don't care how much my kids cry. I'm not going to buy one single thing that Disney produces. I'm not buying anything. You want to know why Bud Light's hurting? Bud Light's not hurting because Bud Light did something stupid. Bud Light's hurting because Anheuser-Busch is hurting.
Yes.
Because people didn't go stupidly and go, oh, no, Bud Light, I'm just not going to drink that. I'm going to drink my Stella. Or I'm going to drink my Budweiser. They're owned by the same company. You're not hurting the company.
They went to other companies.
So what did they do? They went local. They went to Yuengling. Brews. They went to local breweries. They stopped drinking Anheuser-Busch completely. And that hurt the company. The company, Anheuser-Busch, is burning to the ground. Good.
So much.
Oh, it's America's beer.
So much.
It's not America's beer. It was made in Germany.
Now it is. It was at one time America's beer.
No, it still was a German brewer that came to America and made it here. It's still German beer.
But the big thing,
I mean, dude,
it's so bad for Bud Light. It's so bad for Bud Light that just before Memorial Day, they're buying back from the distributors all the beer that went out of code.
I saw a meme of a case, a pallet of Bud Light on a case in a Walmart. Not in this state because you can't buy any alcohol in a Walmart. But anyway, somewheres they were selling case of Bud Light. Case.
Yeah.
24 pack case of Bud Light for $1.74. That's 7 cents a can. A bottle of Dasani costs $2.
Yes, it does.
Not only that,
you could buy 24 cans of beer for less than a bottle of water. And guess how many were moved off of the pallet?
Not one.
0.
They also tried a rebate thing where you buy a case and then you can get a rebate for some of it back, just so they could say that they're getting sales again.
Not buying it. They
were trying to buy sales.
So here's the thing: Bud Light goes, okay, fine, we lose and we get rid of Bud Light as a brand. That's what their next move is going to be. Yeah, they're going to literally remove Bud Light.
Budweiser's hurting,
and they're going to try to shove all the other ones down your throat and tell you that they're not that, they're not woke, they're not this. No, you are. And the only way you could possibly redeem your company right now is exactly what this country needs to do. And this is going to be the point of the entire episode. Take it into the whole thing. America's going down the toilet. Yep, America's going down the hole. Budweiser's going down the hole. Right? Anheuser-Busch going in the toilet.
Right.
What does Anheuser-Busch got to do to get out of it? You have to accept the fact that you screwed up.
And apologize.
And you have
in their case, apologize.
No, I don't want an apology. I don't want you to apologize.
Scrap it and start over.
I want you to literally burn it down to the ground and start over. What does that mean? Everybody, you're out. I'm sorry. Every CEO, every part owner, every person who has any form of input, every marketing analysis guy, every guy who's pushed a pen, paper, carried a number, all of them. Every single person. The only people who should keep their jobs are the people in the factories who are making the beer.
Yeah.
And bottling it.
Because they make no decisions.
Because guess what? They're not in charge of it. They don't want it either.
No.
They probably like the beer and want it to be back to its roots and whatever. And they want to get raises and they want to get paid. But the capitalist product is not giving them any benefits. It's just making the people up at the top, the elites, richer, just like this government. And they're just sitting there doing the hard work so they get richer and get to make dumb decisions that affect their paychecks at the end of the day. I feel bad for all the people in those factories that are working hard.
I even feel bad for the distributors.
They are not. It's not. They're the victims.
The guys that work at the distributors. They're taking a huge.
Think about the truckers that got to deliver the beer.
Well, that's the funny thing. I actually, while driving over the road, I've actually had picked up a couple. Been down to Busch Gardens, picked up some stuff, Anheuser-Busch stuff like and stuff like that. They their employees every Friday they stick like 2-3 cases of beer, like huge pallets of cases of beer, 6-packs. They do huge pallets and everybody gets to take home 2 6-packs of any flavor of their beer that they make every week. Like they get and the whole reason is like the way they look at it is you make the product, so you should enjoy it.
Right.
And 2, if you enjoy it, you'll tell other people to buy it, which will up revenue, which will increase your pay. There's nothing anybody can do right now.
Yep. And that's
ballparks, baseball fields, football fields, basketball, everywhere. Bud Light was so ingratiated in all sports that now they're putting videos up of like vendors at stadiums, nobody going near them.
Yep. And so what happens? They're going to have to tear it down. And so this is the point, right? So if I protests and stuff generally, they work for a little while, but people usually don't keep up with it.
Yeah, but they're good. But the problem with I wouldn't say the problem.
Don't give them your money.
No, the good thing about this one is because there's so many
better choices out there. You don't have to do anything hard.
If you want a major brewer who goes nationally, there's Yingling.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not a huge fan of Yingling, but I could drink it. Okay, it's not my normal style. It's not.
There's other brewers out there.
But now every town, you know how many microbreweries are in Williamstown alone?
And so what you're talking about is actual capitalism at work, at play, right here, right now.
You can protest with your wallet and do more damage than any time of going in the streets and protesting.
So this is why Rumble is so crucial to the internet revolution.
Rumble is
why?
Jumping leaps and bounds.
Because everybody can sit there and go, I don't like YouTube. I don't like the way they police their free speech policies and how they tell you can't say blah, 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 and you get shut down, you get marks, you get shut down for this, shut down for that, demonetizing, all that stuff, right? Okay. Well, there was a point in time where you had to curtail to them because they were the only one.
They were the only game in town, and
now there isn't, and so you don't.
And Rumble's got its hiccups because it's still growing.
It doesn't matter.
But
once you start seeing the tide shift, and people go, you know what? I'm really actually going to move. I'm going to migrate. Because what people are afraid of migrating, and this is the reason why, and if you are a YouTuber and you love YouTube and you swear by it, blah, 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 blah. If you're afraid of migrating, hear me out. People are going to follow you. Why? Because they're not following you because you're on YouTube. They're following you because of what you produce.
Yep.
They're following you because of your content. And every single person. So this is where it matters.
And for people who think that Rumble is just a conservative thing, it's not.
It's not.
It's where you're allowed to do free speech.
Real free speech.
Whatever you want.
Now, granted, I don't have to like it, but at the same time that I don't have to like it, I can stop watching it.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay,
which is how it should be.
Correct.
Which is what
consumer choice. Or what is it? Not Carpe Diem. That seize the day.
That seize the day.
I forget what buyer beware is. I can't remember the term for it, but it's a
Latin. But it's quite. That's all we want. The ability to go, I don't like this. I'll watch a different video. That's all we want them to do. Right. The people that can't stand us because we're conservative and we're hate speech. If you don't like it, change the channel. or in this case, flip to the next video.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is the key point, right? The key point about this is that if you get to this point where you see this shift, this migration, right? YouTube starts to deflate. YouTube has to choose. What do? Just like Anheuser-Busch. You can stay
You keep
alive.
doing it the way you
keep
are?
doing it the way you're doing it, or recognize that what you're doing is costing you, and it's hurting you, and it's hurting your people, and it's hurting your numbers, it's hurting your stock portfolios, it's hurting all that stuff. The more it hurts, the more you'll change. And this is why this is where this comes in as such a crucial, important move right now. What the people in this country are starting to do, and this is why it should be encouraged, it should be pushed, it should be as much as humanly possible. You are embracing what makes this country great.
Yep.
You are actually seeing the power of the people in action.
And there's so many people from YouTube, big names that are just
It
leaving.
wouldn't matter.
And they are taking all their followers.
They're
I'll
going
give you an example.
They're going to locals, they're going to Rumble, they're going all over the
right?
place.
Here's a prime example. Not there. They're not over there, right? But you and me appreciate the Dice Tower.
Yeah.
As board game fans, right?
Yep.
As playing board games. Dice Tower, right? With Tom Vassell. He does not have a Rumble channel. If Tom Vassell today were to go, you know what? I'm just going to start a Rumble channel and just add Rumble to my repertoire of viewership.
Because he's got a lot of different things
Right.
that he's on.
I guarantee you the day he does it, half of his YouTube subscription would leave YouTube and start following him on Rumble.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that amount of difference would probably be disproportionate to what he would be monetized on YouTube to what he would be monetized on Rumble.
Yeah.
He wouldn't feel the pain. He wouldn't feel hurt. It wouldn't hurt him one bit in their amount of viewership. And here's what happens. That doesn't hurt him, but it does hurt YouTube.
Yeah.
And that's what people need to understand.
Yeah.
You're not going to hurt the person who's there. You're not hurting the producer of content. Like I said, Anheuser-Busch, I don't want the workers that make the beer to be punished. I don't want the persons in
But
the
because
factories
of leadership
being
bad
hurt.
decisions.
They're not being hurt because of the people protesting them. They're being hurt because of the people who run the company.
Yep.
And the second the people recognize that, guess what? You don't want to work for Anheuser-Busch anymore? They're starting to take it to you. They're unfairly treating you for their decisions. Go work for Yuengling. I bet you any amount of money Yuengling would expand tomorrow
Instantaneously.
if they had a wonderful amount of talented brewers leaving Anheuser-Busch
Not
and
to
going,
mention
hey,
that,
by
but
the
all
way,
the microbrewers that could use your expertise.
Absolutely.
as
All that help that they would
as
get.
the people move, they can make something else bigger by just filling that jar.
And this is
That's all you got to do.
That's what we need to do in this
It really
country.
is. You're right.
We need to stop supporting these morons and these idiot people.
And now
And
apply that to the
to-
politicians.
Yeah, right.
Everything I just said, now apply it to the political field. You don't like these candidates no more than I do. Okay, fine. Here we go. We don't like Mitch McConnell. Look, I am not living in the state that you live in. I don't like him, but y'all elected him again. So
my thing is,
if
I've
you
never
don't
heard one
like him,
person say that they like Mitch
hold
McConnell.
on. But if you don't like him, what's he? Kentucky?
I don't know where he's at.
I think he's Kentucky.
He is.
I think he's
'cause we-
Kentucky.
Yeah, because we make
talking
fun
about-
of we make fun of our friend who's in Kentucky.
So I think he's Kentucky because him and Rand Paul, right?
Yeah, Rand Paul.
him and
We like Rand Paul.
Rand Paul, I like. Why do you keep reelecting Mitch McConnell?
Now, if Rand Paul could actually do what he says instead of just doing YouTube clips.
I like Rand Paul for being Rand Paul and beating up Fauci. If all Rand Paul ever gets put in history books for just beating the crap out of Fauci every day, I would.
Yeah, but
I
it
would
didn't
pay-
do anything.
I would pay a subscription to a service, subscription service or whatever for a video YouTube or whatever type program or whatever of seasonal content of just him mopping the floor with Fauci. It's funny.
I
is
like it. I just wish
hysterical.
that they would actually put Fauci in jail.
But okay, so anyway, but this is exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That state is responsible to do exactly what we're talking about. Go ahead, be brave, find the next candidate that you go, you know what? We don't need Mitch McConnell.
Like in
anymore.
Jersey, y'all could have had her sing, but
Right.
no.
Right. And the candidates have a responsibility I'm not
That reminds me, I
I'm
need to
not
reach out to him and
removing
find
the
out what he's
candidate.
You're
doing
not
now.
absolving their
I'm not absolving
responsibility
your responsibility to be an electable candidate, to do the hard work that it is requiring
so
of
that's
you
the thing. Most
to
people-
reach your base.
Most people think that voting for a candidate is a popularity contest, when in reality it's a job interview.
Right.
If they're not gonna, if they're in office and not doing the job, they should be fired. Means you don't reelect them. B, if they want the job, they haven't had it yet, but they've got it. Just like when you go to an interview. Yes, you need to sell yourself,
Show
but
me your resume.
But you need to show me your resume.
Yep.
You need to. All right, look, if we tell you this is your job, are you going to do it? Yes, I'm going to do it, sir.
This is what we want you to do. Can you do the job?
Yeah,
Are you
don't
able
lie.
to do the job?
Don't lie.
And if you do lie, guess what?
Gone.
After your term's up, you're going to be gone.
Or if enough people are upset with the fact that you're not doing your job, we can primary you halfway through your term and get you out of there.
And this is where
But Americans forget that that's what we have the power to do.
But this is the point, and that is what we should be treating. What we are doing. I'm encouraged by this because I can see what the power of the people can do. We can do it. We can shut down a corporation. We can shut down a huge corporation. And honestly, look, I am not a beer drinker. I'm not at all.
I am, but not.
I'll be honest with you.
bud.
I did like Stella. Like I was like kind of like if I was out in like a place or whatever, and somebody was buying a beer, like yeah, I'll have a Stella, fine, whatever, right? But they're under Anheuser-Busch. Guess what? I'm not drinking.
You're not drinking stuff.
I'm not going to.
I haven't drank anything mass produced in so long.
Right. So hear me out. Hold on. Hear me out. It's working. Don't get off the pedal. Don't budge.
Now,
stay on it.
Mothers,
Now,
we talk
hold
to
on.
you. Stop shopping at Target.
Yep. Cut it out. Look, you have Amazon. Is Amazon better? Not really.
No, but the companies that they utilize on their website to get their stuff, those small mom and pops,
Some of them.
Some of
Most
them.
of it's crap from China, but that's besides.
But no, but they still
But you
affiliate
can filter that
themselves.
through because it's like Kotaku, Umatasu, Jobiwan, Dikurandiku. I'm
And
like,
you can see, and you can
it's
actually
the
when
same
you go on
item.
Amazon, you can actually see all the companies
Yeah.
that you're
Like,
buying
there's
from,
a company,
and then you
like-
can support them.
Like
Yeah,
when I
don't-
need,
don't
there's
buy
a
the
couple,
Chinese
there's
stuff.
a couple pocket knife companies that I really like.
Yeah.
All right, they have their whole store on Amazon.
Yep.
I mean, yes, I could probably go to their website and
Buy it
I
from
could,
there.
I could buy the knife. And
but you pay for the stuff to be delivered next day.
I have Prime for a
anyway.
reason, so I can get it next
Right.
day without having to.
But,
Right,
hear me out.
exactly.
But hear me out. I'm just saying, look, you don't have, and I'm not saying, okay, let's lift Amazon up and put it in
No,
the
I'm not.
No, I don't want another
Well, there's another one out there.
multi-billion-dollar
There's a
but-
company out there that I can't. Oh, I think I have it saved on my phone somewhere, but I don't know where. There's a company that's kind of like Amazon, but it's all conservative. It's already. It's all.
whatever. Look, if it's
But I really don't care if
I
you're.
don't care. What it matters is this. I am just simply telling you, you got to stop looking at the lesser of two evils problem
Mhm.
and look at the evil problem.
Yep.
Right? Stop paying attention to the you're just picking the lesser two evils. No, I'm literally saying that guy who's doing that action over there
Is evil.
and I'm not supporting them. You're removing your support. That doesn't mean, you have to put your support somewhere else. Well, of course you do. You're going to have to go shopping somewhere.
Yep.
You're going to spend your money in a store somewhere, just not that one. I don't care where you go, just not that one. And say,
there's
I'm not
other
going
movie-
there. And
and
so
there-
Target, you're done. You're
And
done.
yes,
just
yes.
shut it down. No Target. I'm done. I don't like Walmart. I hate Walmart. I hate them. I can't stand it. Does that mean I'm probably going to have to shop there more than I want to? Yes, because I don't want to go to Target ever again. I don't want to set foot in the store. And my wife will not set foot in the store. And we are
That's
not
what
going
we
to go
need.
to Target. And nobody
and
should.
Target, the whole demographic for the store of Target is mom.
And hear me out.
It's set up to
Hold
bring
on,
moms
and hear
in.
me out. Just because they're having a meeting today and
Don't
they
mean
may
nothing.
issue a full retort and an apology and
No, they
pull
won't.
the merchandise off the shelf, don't go shop.
Do you know why they won't do it?
They probably will.
No, because here's why.
No, they are. They
This-
probably will because they've seen what devastation. came to
because
Bud.
just like with Bud Light,
they've
just like
already witnessed the devastation.
just like with Anheuser-Busch, here's the problem.
But Anheuser-Busch didn't. They
no,
doubled
not
down.
yet. No. They tried to act like it never
They
happened.
doubled down.
They
They
tried-
tried dumb stuff. They
They
did
tried to
dumb
act like
stuff.
it never happened, just wipe it under the rug. And then as soon as they put out a couple quote unquote pro America.
Then they put out another ad back when they did.
Well, no. When they did that, then you had the LGBTQ people crying at them.
They did. They felt so bad.
And that's what's going to happen. Target, yeah, they come out and retort tomorrow. They could come back and
then all the trans people are going to be like, we never shopping at Target again. You probably didn't anyway. Who cares?
Yes.
You're too poor to shop there.
We just need to support more local people, and then do the same thing with elections too. Like support the smaller guys,
which is what I've been.
Look, that's one of the best. As if you want to real quick. Small bit inside baseball. That's one of the things that I think is so awesome about the state that we did have in our election. That Sweeney was eliminated by a truck driver.
A truck driver who spent $167
was predominantly on donuts for the guys who were going around and putting up
sandwiches.
The different flyers.
The $167 paid for the flyers, and then sandwiches for the people who put up the flyers.
Helped him put them up, and he beat.
Now he did
standing. Well, there's a president, right?
No.
Not president.
Sweeney was the. It's our Senate. It's the state Senate. It's not.
Yeah, but it's state Senate. He was the head of the state.
He was the head of the New Jersey Democrats or whatever. He was probably one of the most powerful politicians in this state. One of the most powerful politicians in this state
because people didn't like Sweeney.
That's how bad he was doing.
That's how bad he was. So this is again. What did the people do? They go, I'm just not going to vote for Sweeney. That's what they did.
And it worked.
And it didn't matter who the other guy was.
Well, the other guy
the other guy was a truck driver with no actual experience.
And you know why he ran?
And he ran because
I love this one. He ran because as a truck driver, he had been he delivered furniture on a truck.
Okay.
He had been robbed at gunpoint 13 times.
And he wanted to have
carry law back in the state because
so he could protect
himself. And they told him no, that he did because the old way, not now, the old way was that you had to give a viable reason as to why you needed to have
your
a carry.
Sheriff, and your sheriff had to actually sign off as that is a viable reason.
Now the sheriff signed off on it, but the state of New Jersey said no. They rubber stamped it no. And he was like, well, then I'm going to run to change this. And he got in.
Yep. And by the way, don't know if he was the reason it changed, but it definitely has changed because of the New York legislature that happened. That basically made it.
Well, no, the Supreme Court.
The Supreme Court ruling on the New York
thing made
it basically case law. So now carries
legal, but now they're trying to throw a whole bunch of other stuff in it to make it more difficult. But that doesn't matter. I'm still going to have it.
So the point is this. That change happened because people said we don't want Sweeney.
Yep.
And so here is the solution. Get better candidates that can beat the guys that people literally are looking at going, we don't want that guy.
Hey, and
they will vote for the other guy because he's not that guy.
I know that you go like, let's storm Biden again.
Right. They don't want him either. So here's the thing. Hold on. So here's the thing. They don't want him.
But
so who are they going to vote? Who are they going to vote for? They got to have a better candidate. So find the better candidate. Who's going to be the one, right? This is where now I go, this is where the lesser of two evils problem comes in. If we don't actually look at the candidates, and this is why remember that conversation we had, what was it, a couple weeks ago? We had the conversation about that local is what really counts and what really matters. This is why it matters.
And here's the thing.
Because you're not going to get them up the ranks unless you start here and put guys who are going to make better decisions for the government and changes in this level so they can work themselves up, get to the House, get to the Senate, and become electable candidates in the future.
And here's a big thing, and this is a challenge out to the churches. Stop preaching. The church has no place in politics. There's a bunch. I can guarantee you that there are a bunch of people in churches right now who God has probably called to go into politics to change.
Matter of fact, I think I actually brought that up last Sunday.
You did.
You didn't preach against it.
I didn't preach against what? No, I didn't preach against it, but I talked about how the church needs to encourage people's goals in their life, and that goal could very much be to be a politician or somebody. And you need to recognize God's hand in that person's life and help move them towards that goal.
But we have so many churches that have bought the lie.
Leadership position in the church. Like that guy should be leading the country. Why isn't he out there? Oh, because he's a deacon in my church.
Well, not only that. Well, not only that.
We need him.
The fact that so many churches, look, they're everywhere. have bought the lie of separation of church and state.
Yeah.
Well, you're a Christian. You have no right to be in politics.
Well, that's
And then-
not here.
And
There's no separation of church and state
heck no.
corner
Or church and
state.
nope.
He said the thing.
But anyway, so many people bought into that lie. So many pastors have bought into that lie, and people don't go and fulfill their calling. Look, is everybody meant to be involved in politics in the way of being a politician? No. But I honestly do believe that Christians, real Christians, not just fakers that take up a pew seat somewhere, but real Christians need to be linking arms with actual people who have the same moral standards as them and helping them get elected. Whether that means passing out flyers, whether that means making phone calls. I did it. I'm not talking to somebody who didn't do it. Okay? Show up at rallies, answer questions, talk to different people, help find information. We had an instance where the Democratic Party tried to set up the candidate that I liked and make it look like he hated an entire county by making him to be a no-show to a debate, when it was the other side planned the debate within matter of days, where he didn't have enough time and didn't even send him the invite to it. But then said, oh yeah, he said he was going to come, but now he's not here. Like, I found out about it. I called the guy straight up on the phone, and they immediately went to work on it, bashing him for it. Okay, so that's what we can do. It means going out and actually voting. It means actually, you know what? Maybe you're not supposed to be a governor or a senator, but you know where you might be needed? Your town's Board of Education.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I could say that members of the church in your town, who better is going to know where the town needs to be going in their school than the people who actually worship on Sundays in that town?
Oh, but you're just going to put your indoctrination of your false religion onto my children in their schools. I don't want that. Do you understand how ridiculous that is on premise? Do you know hold on. Do you know the only thing that any Bible-believing Christian person who would be in a school teaching your children, school board, what's the superintendent, principals, whoever, do you know they would never, ever, ever go around trying to indoctrinate your children to believe in their belief system? But do you know what they will be doing the entire time? Praying for the safety of your children.
Yep.
Making sure that there are no predators that are coming to hurt your children. Making sure that there are no infiltrators that are going to come in and do harm to your children.
Facts.
You want to know why? Because they value life. And they value the youth. They care about them. They love them.
Do you know who doesn't care? You know who doesn't care about them? The people that are fighting to kill babies before they're even born. Do you know who else doesn't care about your children?
Karen.
The people that want to.
Karen does not care about your kids.
You know who else doesn't care about your kids? The people that want to cut off their different body parts. They want to cut off their genitals, pop on a dress, or
you feel better?
Yeah. Oh, not yet.
Okay.
The people that want to mutilate their bodies and
He's
actually
so angry.
the people that want to mutilate your child's body and make them into some weird.
It's okay.
They want to turn them into some weird freak mutant that can't even procreate anymore, so they can get rid of the population of the earth, so that only they survive.
I really did distract
you
there.
did.
Sorry.
Yeah, you did. Okay, those people don't care about your kid. You know what else doesn't care? That blue-haired freak that wants to scream in the microphone about some atrocity. I was gonna say his body, her, him, them, down.
Trans rights are human rights. That's the one. Yeah.
Transformers rights? What?
Yeah.
More than meets the eye.
I am Megatron.
The Mega Karen. But anyway,
Oh man.
by the way, so if you happen to be listening to this and you did not see or hear the message that Pastor preached this past Sunday.
Yes, definitely.
We do
Preach a message.
He really didn't. There wasn't.
It was vision casting.
I wouldn't even call it vision casting.
It was really just what would you call it? Like a scope into my heart. Basically,
I would say, yeah.
But if
You were keeping it real.
Yeah,
You were keeping it real. Is what you were doing. It wasn't a message.
Giving you an idea of what God's been telling me and where we're going.
And it was a really good message. I really liked it. But not everybody could be there. Not everybody was there.
Yeah, we got a website.
Yeah, we do have a website.
We have a website, and it's on the link tree.
It's a working site. It is
working.
It is not the greatest website
This
in the
week.
world.
It does in fact
This
work.
week.
Works.
And if you happen to be a programmer or a website designer who's looking for a church to go to on Sunday, we could really use you right about now.
Or a drummer.
No. Well, okay. Yes.
You can't even say no to that one.
No, I can't. Not after the attack of the bad beaten tambourine that I had 2 weeks ago. Oh my God! Look, I realize that the Bible does say make a joyful noise, but
right.
at some point,
Make a joyful
stay
noise
on beat.
We don't have a lute and a harp, though. We need a lute and a harp. Is there a lutist and harpist? We need
No,
some lutists and harpists.
drummer, and it doesn't like.
need a drummer.
Look. You may only be able to play a snare, a hi hat, and a bass.
Good enough.
Please.
Good enough.
If you can keep the beat,
I don't care if you have a synth pad with a digital beat. That works for me.
that works too. DJ, Christian DJ that can throw in some funky beats and sound effects. Remix.
Could you imagine?
Jesus in the house.
Could you imagine?
Look.
Anyway.
I'd listen to it at least once or twice. I'd give it a shot. I don't know, man.
One of my favorite
Might
videos
not
to
be
watch,
that
and
bad.
I watch him on so many
Might not be
different
that bad.
platforms. What if the church hired a metal drummer? Oh my
Yeah,
God, I love
he's so
watching
good.
him.
He's
My
so
favorite one right now is the cowbell one. Oh my God, I love
so
it.
good.
But anyway, I digress.
But anyway.
Yes, follow the links on the link tree. We got them all there. We got the church's website. And if you happen to be in Williamstown on a Sunday morning around 10 o'clock and got nothing to do in South Jersey, come on down. We'll welcome you with open arms.
Oh, and you can see what I actually look like behind the glass.
But you got
you have to look over
the wall. You gotta look over the wall.
He is then the man behind the curtain. At that point. He actually is the man behind the curtain.
You know what he looks like when he's sitting back behind the wall when he's doing the sound at church? He looks like Wilson. I feel like being Tim the Tool Man and come up asking advice.
Just above. I can just see when I need to see.
But
Stand in front of me.
you can hear the message. We'd welcome you with open arms. Like I said, in 2 weeks, our good friend of ours, Michael Beckford Jr. is going to come in. We're going to be talking a really good topic. I'm not going to lay it out. You're just going to have to subscribe to the channel when I post, the invite or whatever, the link that says when we're doing, 2 weeks, this is what we're scheduled to do. Then you'll know. But y'all should get out there and share it. Get ready to watch it with people. Thank you guys. You let me rant. I love it. This episode actually was a lot of fun, even though I'm hangry. Had a rough day in work.
You made it.
You
I
made
did
it
make
through.
it. I made it. It wasn't as bad as the last time.
No, it
the
definitely
last
wasn't.
time was so bad that they told me you're not allowed to do that.
You're not allowed to do
You
that.
actually swore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually did swear. Yeah.
Yep, you swore.
I said a mild one today.
Yeah, you described the place where all the Democrats are going to go.
That's fine.
That's fine. Yeah, I did. But anyway, we thank you for joining us at the corner of Church and State where there is no separation. And also, I know we didn't say it, and we constantly say it. If you have any prayer requests, go on the website, not the website, go on the link tree, follow our email address for this YouTube channel, put in your prayer request. We may not say anything. We're not going to say anything on the channel about it, but we will pray and know that there will be people praying for you. And the situations that you're going through. But I also ask that you guys subscribe to this channel, share it, get other people out there. Even send it to people you don't think will like what we do, because they may surprise you. We have one person that that listens to every episode just because he wants to see what I'm going to say next. That's his whole reason for what Nolan's doing a YouTube channel. You mean I'm not gonna? Yes, I'm gonna listen because he just wants to see what outlandish thing I'm gonna say next. But
One today.
huh?
It was a good one today.
Yeah, it was. I'm still riled up. I can go for another 2 hours on this. But anyway, y'all have a good one. See you in 2 weeks. Take it easy. Good night. God bless, and peace.
Can't help it, I just seem to see the world different. It ain't Republicans or labor rules, it's mental illness. The internet is only interested in left opinions. Cancel culture's got more power lately than the First Amendment. If you don't like it, leave. We will not defund police. We don't want no riots in our neighborhoods or in the streets. We respect freedom of speech. We protect what we believe. We don't want nobody dead, so please do not tread on me. In America, your freedom ain't free. In America, got soldiers dying overseas. So